This is the petition we're handing into Downing Street. As you can see, I'll just show you some of the... It's taken up a huge box printout. So here we have the petition itself. Southport's attacker was a Muslim terrorist. Keir Starmer resign because they suppressed the truth of the jihadist motives of the Southport's attacker. Turns out it was an Al-Qaeda terrorist. Here we have 124,768 signatures. It's probably gone up from that slightly. We had 23,900 social media shares. So this is what we're about to go in and hand in to the Prime Minister. Okay, so we're here at number 10 Downing Street. We've been given permission to hand in this petition. We all remember the dreadful attack in Southport. 3 young children were brutally murdered by a terrorist. Now, actually, they suppressed all knowledge about the motives of this terrible terror attack for a long time.
Yes, so they suppressed all knowledge, despite it being found out very shortly after that this terrorist in question had an Al-Qaeda manual in his house. He also had possession of a toxic substance that would be a biological weapon that would be used in terrorist attacks. And despite knowing this, the Prime Minister still went on to address the nation and called the nation far-right thugs for their presumption that what happened in Southport was an Islamist terror attack. People presume that because of what we've seen before, because we've seen terror attacks where children have been targeted, like the Manchester Arena bombing. So people obviously thought, who would attack children? Who has the motives to attack children? And that's why everyone presumed that it was a Muslim terrorist, it was an Islamist terrorist. And it turns out that all of those people were absolutely correct, and it took months for them to release that information. Once tensions had died down and they thought, okay, now it's safe to release that information without any backlash, that's when they did it. And it's an absolute disgrace. Not once but twice Keir Starmer in the days following addressed the nation and called them all far-right thugs
and Islamophobes
for being angry that 3 young girls were killed. We have every right to be furious as a nation. We have every right to be furious as parents. Our children should be safe in Britain, and this is why we've done this petition today, and this is why we'll continue our activism, continue our struggle, because British children deserve a future where they are safe.
And we, the British public, we deserve to know the truth as and when these threats to our children occur. We should have been told the truth very quickly, but instead they covered it up. They suppressed the truth from reaching the British public, and then they tried to put us back in our little box, tried to stop us moaning and complaining by calling us racists and Islamophobic. So over 125,000 people have signed this petition. It's had nearly 24,000 social media shares. It went viral. The people are angry in this country that we're being kept in the dark about the motives of these terror attacks, because you can guarantee that if the terrorist in question was anything to do with what they call the far right, they would release that information immediately. But because it's the reverse, they suppress it and hide the truth from the British people. It's unacceptable. So we're going to hand this petition in now to Keir Starmer, calling on him to resign as Prime Minister because he lied and he deliberately misled the nation.